She said, were you intimate with Tory Lanez? And she said, what? And then it was like, no. And I was like, ah, she lying.
2 days after that, I get a call from Roc Nation that says, yo, we heard you're gonna make a statement about what happened, and it'd be in your best interest if you don't make that statement.
Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Roc Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yeah. Yes.
You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men.
Alright, y'all, so there's a big update in the Tory Lanez situation, and now 50 Cent is stepping in and showing him some public support. This is happening after some alleged new evidence popped up seemingly implicating Roc Nation. And now Tory's fans are once again dragging Jay-Z and accusing him of setting Tory up and even sending their goons after him in prison. And to make it even messier, DJ Vlad just came out making some wild claims. He said Roc Nation allegedly paid him to publicly back Megan Thee Stallion, and he even suggested the jury was paid off to make sure Tory got convicted.
AZ files have been released by DJ Vlad. And if you think the Epstein files were bad, wait till you see this. I have a confession. Roc Nation has been paying me to support Megan. They also paid off all the jury members to convict Tory Lanez.
Now, here's where it gets interesting. After all that noise, DJ Vlad came back and basically said he was just trolling. He claimed he wasn't serious about those accusations, and he mocked people for believing in this supposed conspiracy about Roc Nation. But how do you make such a bold claim and then revert? Even 50 Cent is now calling him out. 50 have already questioned Megan Thee Stallion's version of events, and now he is going full nuclear. And now there are rumors floating around that 50 is interested in putting together a documentary digging into Roc Nation and all their alleged shady power plays. To be clear, those are allegations and online speculation. Nothing has been proven just yet, but the conversation is definitely heating up. And this isn't just about Tory. Over the years, Roc Nation has faced different accusations from many corners of the industry about how they operate. People also keep bringing up that Jay-Z appointed Desiree Perez as president of Roc Nation, the same woman who faced serious charges back in the 90s and allegedly turned Fed informant before Trump finally pardoned her in 2021. So yeah, even if Vlad says he was joking, this whole situation is bigger than just the Megan and Tory case. In fact, Alex Spiro, who's represented Jay-Z during that whole Diddy drama and also defended Megan Thee Stallion, was just named in the Epstein files. There are even emails showing that Spiro would personally meet with Epstein. So whether you think Tory Lanez is guilty or not, the optics around Roc Nation just don't look great. Too many weird stories keep popping up, and it's making folks question what's really going on behind the scenes. And of course, 50 Cent isn't staying quiet, and sources close to 50's production company, Gunnet Films and Television, are saying 50 is interested in digging deeper into all the allegations about Roc Nation and possibly putting everything in a documentary.
No disrespect, I'm saying this on revolt, but he's one of the illest, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, like, that's somebody who became, at least to me, like, I look at him like a mentor. Like.
Alright, let's first talk about DJ Vlad once again stirring the pot and being an agent of chaos. So, Vlad now claims his earlier post saying Jay-Z and Roc Nation paid him to support them was just sarcasm. In case you missed it, last week, Vlad shared this post on X. I have a confession. Roc Nation has been paying me to support Megan. They also paid off all the jury members to convict Tory, and they bribed the judge, too. Jay-Z did a verse for his grandson's new album. They paid off Megan's doctor to lie about the bullet fragments. She was never. The LA police are all on Jay's payroll. Vlad then went on to say that Jay and Roc Nation also paid a Mexican guy to stab Tory in prison. And the 3 Supreme Court judges who denied Tory's appeal are also all allegedly paid off by what Vlad called the Rock Mafia. However, 3 days later, Vlad came back and said he was obviously trolling because he wanted to expose all the so-called conspiracy theorists who really believe Roc Nation set up Tory. Vlad said, I tried to make this post as ridiculous as possible, but after 14 million impressions, it seems like millions of people still think that I was serious. I was not. Everything in this post was made up. I was never paid by Roc Nation, nor was Jay-Z involved in any of these outlandish things. My point for posting this was to show how people will believe any outrageous lie that someone says to prove their own conspiracy theory. I proved my point, but see, that didn't really land the way Vladisov thought it would. If anything, it poured more gasoline on the fire. And now people are really digging into all the receipts that could potentially expose Roc Nation and their alleged involvement in Tory's conviction. And apparently, one of those people is 50 Cent. Remember, 50 already hinted he would be interested in doing a documentary on Jay-Z's alleged connection to Epstein. And now people close to 50 are saying he is actually thinking about doing a full deep dive into Roc Nation and all the allegations that have been floating around for years. And that includes this theory that Roc Nation somehow played a role in Tory Lanez's alleged wrongful conviction. And this isn't the first time 50 has shown support for Tory. In fact, 50 already made it clear he doesn't believe Megan's version of events. Now, to be clear, 50 never said Megan lied about being intimate with Tory. However, he's convinced she lied about never being intimate with Tory.
Were you intimate with Tory Lanez? And she said, what? And then it was like, no. I was like, she lied.
And this plays into the argument put forward by Tory's defense team. They argued that the whole incident started because Megan got jealous over some situation involving her friend Kelsey and Kylie Jenner at this pool party at Kylie's house. And Tory's team has said from the beginning that things went left after Megan, Tory, and Kelsey left that party. According to them, there was tension in the car between Megan and Kelsey, especially after Tory allegedly told Kelsey that he and Megan had been intimate. Tory's lawyer argued that both Megan and Kelsey got out of the car and started fighting. And at one point, the defense claimed Kelsey grabbed the gun and shot Megan during that altercation.
In today's opening statements, the defense painting this as a case about jealousy, saying Kelsey had a previous romantic relationship with Tory. They say it was actually Kelsey and Megan who got in an altercation that night. The defense also said a witness saw a woman with a gun.
By the way Kelsey acted during the trial was very weird from the jump. She kept invoking her Fifth Amendment rights and refused to answer most of the questions. On top of that, she changed her story several times, going against what she had said earlier during the investigation. Kelsey testified that the whole incident was blurry to her because she had been drinking that night. But this didn't match what she said in a recorded interview with LA County Deputy DA Kathy Ta a few months before the trial, where she gave a detailed account of what happened and never mentioned being too drunk to remember. The prosecution even played Kelsey's interview for the court. However, Kelsey then claimed she lied to the DA to protect herself.
David, Megan Thee Stallion's former best friend and assistant Kelsey Harris took the stand today. When she got there, she was granted immunity. And her testimony seemed to leave prosecutors frustrated because she answered almost every question with, quote, "I honestly don't remember 2020. Harris made it clear today that her memory from that night was blurry because there was a lot of alcohol involved. Back in September, Deputy District Attorney Kathy Ta recorded an interview with Harris recounting the night. A lot of that recording was played in court today to refresh Harris's memory about what happened that night in the Hollywood Hills. Harris describing each part of that night in specific detail. But in court today, Harris said a lot of the things she said in September weren't true, saying, quote,
During the closing statement, Tory's defense once again argued that Kelsey was the one who killed Megan, and they said the prosecutor's version of events was full of holes and that Megan Pete is a liar. But despite all these inconsistencies that were exposed during the trial, Tory's defense team was unsuccessful. The jury ultimately found Tory guilty, and in August 2023, he was sentenced to 10 years in prison. However, a lot of people were still convinced it was a miscarriage of justice, and fingers started pointing straight at Roc Nation and Jay-Z. One of the loudest voices was Tory Lanez's dad, Sunstar Peterson, who left the courtroom screaming and cursing Roc Nation, Desiree Perez, Alex Spiro, and Jay-Z himself, even going so far as to accuse Jay of trading in the souls of young men.
Want to know how I feel? I'll tell you exactly how I feel. I got some names that I want to call. Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Roc Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes. Yes.
You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men.
Tory's dad also promised to bring down everyone who was involved in allegedly setting Tory up. And he even warned Jay-Z that sooner or later, Roc Nation will crumble.
All of you, trust me. I have intercessors, prayer warriors around the world, and they will not stop until you are cut off.
Yes.
No, we don't shoot you with guns, but we know exactly how to bring you down in the world. And they never produced the prints, no fingerprints, not one. Tell me, how does bullets disappear in the LAPD's office? Tell me how there's no fingerprints. My God Almighty, I call heaven and earth to to be a record today.
That's
that
right.
Roc
That's
Nation,
right.
you will crumble. I am
Real.
an apostle of God,
That's right.
and you will know who I am.
Fast forward to now. Jay-Z and Alex Spiro show up in the Epstein files. Nicki Minaj is saying Roc Nation tried to take her out like they allegedly did Tory. And on top of all that, 50 Cent jumps in and hints at doing a whole expose on Jay-Z and his company. So now fans are saying Tory Lanez's dad's prophecy might actually be coming true. Maybe, just maybe, we're really seeing the beginning of the end for Roc Nation. But let me know what you think. Could there actually be some truth to the idea that Jay and Roc Nation set up Tory? And if they did, what did they even stand to gain? Drop all your thoughts, theories, and takes in the comments. And don't miss this next video.